What's going on, Global Trainer Syndicate? My name is TehDemoNick, bringing you guys a 5th generation UU tier match that I had against one of my good friends, iSmashBro. He had this during my last live stream, which was quite fun. We had some very good matches, and iSmashBro always gives me good battles, whether it be from the Uber tier all the way down to the NU tier. He gives me such great battles. He has very strong teams. He's a very good battler. I'm not the best battler, but this battle, a lot of hacks down towards or throughout the match, but it was a really good match. Now, looking at my team, I have the Choice Scarf Special Azel, the Focus Sash Dual Powder Lead Rosary. I have the Specially Defensive Registeel, Defensive Swampert, Moxie Dragon Dancing, Scrafty, and the Focus Sash Lead, Taunt, Counter, Weavile. Now we have on his team, I was predicting it to be a Lead Choice Scarf, me and Xiao, a Special Life Orb, or a Choice Scarf Nidoking, Specially Defensive Xatu, a standard lead, stealth rocking Rhyperior, defensive Blastoise, and a thunder waving support Togekiss. Now, to get on to this match, I lead off with my Choice Scarf Special Azel. I was not remembering the base speeds in the very beginning of this match, so I switch out and go into my Swampert, predicting the U-turn, the high jump kick, whatever you want to go for. Then one of my viewers told me, yeah, Kajondo's slower, me and Xiao slower. Now he reveals that he has a U-turn on his Xatu. I was predicting the Thunder Wave or the the Psychic from the Xatu. So I go into my Fancy Pants and now I go for the Dragon Dance. Once I go for the Dragon Dance, he was like, fuck. And I was like, okay, well, by the way that you reacted and the way that you switch out, you are not Scarfed. You're either Choice Banded or your Life Orb or your Expert Belt. Now I go for the Drain Punch on the Rhyperior, nicknamed Rock Block. Rock Block, it sounds like. You know, I'm not even gonna say it. So, now, I know with that damage I'm not gonna be able to KO him in 2 hits. I'm gonna have to switch out, go into my defensive Swampert, predict the Stealth Rocks, the Toxic, the Stone Edge, or the Earthquake. He decides to go for Stealth Rocks being the most important move of the game, and I don't have a Rapid Spinner on this team. I may switch out Weavile because Weavile's kind of been the weakest link on this team. Not really in this match, but just overall not really the best. I may switch out for like Hitmontop or something like that. Now I go for the Skull and I was like, burn, burn, burn. I gotta get this burn if I'm going to be able to take down the Xatu since he has Magic Bounce. And I do get the burn. I was like, yes. Things are going my way. Now I switch out, go into my Roserade while he goes into his Togekiss. That is not a good switch for me. Now I switch out, go into my Registeel, predicting the Air Slash or the Aura Sphere. He decides to switch out, go back out into his Xatu, and now I'm like, okay, I gotta get as much damage as I can on this. He has the burn, he can only roost up, and now he goes for the Thunder Wave. I go for the Seismic Toss, but I get fully paralyzed. I was like, oh boy, well, we're 1 for 1 right now. We're 1 for 1 in the hacks. That's fine. I'm gonna go for the Seismic Toss once again. If he wants to stay in, set up the screens, or if he wants to switch out, go for the U-turn and go into one of his other Pokemon, that's fine. I'll just get 100 damage off and just try and survive. But I get fully paralyzed once again. I have to switch out, go into my Azelf. Nidoking is a really big threat to my team. If he goes for the Earth Power, that's fine, but he reveals that he has the Substitute, and I was like, Substitute Nidoking. I have never seen that before. I don't play all too much of UU. I was like, okay, I don't know if that's standard or common or not, but I'm going to be losing one of my Pokemon. He goes for the Flamethrower, the Fire Blast, and he misses. I was like, oh, that is unfortunate hacks. I go for the Psyshock, trying to play it safe. He goes out into Blastoise. I'm thinking either still defensive or specially defensive. By that damage, it looks like he's defensive, maybe. I go into my Rosary, predicting the Scald or the Dragon Tail or the Ice Beam. I go for the Scald. He gets the burn. Now he's 1 for 1 with the Scald burns, and I'm just gonna go for the Sludge Bomb because the Xatu switch was really obvious. He's been switching into the Xatu quite a lot. It's really a counter to my team. Maybe he was predicting me to go for the Sleep Powder or the Stun Spore, but I decided just to play it safe, go for the Sludge Bomb and just hit Xatu for neutral damage. Now I have to go for the Giga Drain if I want to be able to live the Stealth Rock switch in, and if I do get burned or some other form of status on me, I'm gonna have to try and stay alive as long as I can. Luckily for me, I did not fail to KO because I've lost count how many times I go for a move and it's not very effective and I'm unable to kill and I lose my Pokemon in the process. He switches, or he goes into his Mewtwo. I go into my Swampert. He goes for the U-turn, reveals that he has a Life Orb, and now he's going to get his Regenerator. and goes out back into his Togekiss. His Togekiss is a big threat, not really knowing what kind of set it is. Maybe it's a Choice Scarf, maybe it's a support set. He hasn't revealed it yet. He's been just switching out, going for air slashes and whatnot. He goes for the Grass Knot this turn, and I was like, okay, that's fine. Grass Knot maybe leaning more towards the offensive side. Maybe he's running Air Slash, R Sphere, and Grass Knot, and maybe like Roost or something like that. I'm not actually sure. Now I go for the Toxic, just trying to get the residual damage, and he brings in his Rhyperior, his Rock Block once again. Now I have to switch out, go into my Swampert, just because it's the best counter that I have to taking down this Rhyperior. He goes for the Dragon Tail, and then I switch out he brings me out into my Weavile. Weavile, I have to, at this point I was like, okay, I do not want anything to take an Earthquake or a Dragon Tail. I have to go for the Ice Punch, try and get as much damage as I can, and maybe potentially take him down. So I go for the Ice Punch. I know I'm not going to be able to KO him, but I get a critical hit. I was like, oh man, I'm hacking you out like crazy right now. You missed a Fire Blast, and I've now critted you, and that crit did matter. So I switch out, go into my Venom, thinking, okay, I'm going to be able to take the Stealth Rocks and then take the Scald since I am resistant to it. I live the Scald, but he gets the burn. Don't know if that hacks makes up for the critical hit on the Rhyperior, not really all too sure, but I'm still saying I've hacked out iSmashBro more than he's hacked me out. So now he's 2 for 2 with the Scald burns, and I was like, okay, maybe he wants to stay in and try and burn my Fancy Pants, my Scrafty. I go for the Dragon Dance. I was like, okay, if you're Choice Scarf, you're gonna outspeed me, go for the Air Slash and take me out. But I outspeed the Togekiss, go for the Ice Punch, and do around 60% to it. I was like, that's awesome. I really need this damage, and he takes out my Fancy Pants, and I have to bring in my Gay Weavile once again, just to do as much damage as I can. Now, Weavile's just gonna go for the Fake Out, or I go for the Fake Out on the Togekiss. Probably going for the Ice Punch 2 times would have been better if he wants to bring in his Blastoise, because Blastoise is the living counter to Weavile, at least for this set, because the only attacking move that I have is Ice Punch and then counter. But my Focus Sash is broken due to having the rocks, so it's really useless. Now, I have my Registeel. He goes for the Scald. I'm thinking, okay, no burns, no crits, and now I have to get this rest off if I want to be able to live fighting against this Nidoking or the Kajondo, the Mienshao. And now, I actually like calling it Kajondo because I feel like it's just a lot cooler of a name, so I'm just going to call it Kajondo from here on out. Nidoking goes for the Fire Blast. I know I'm going to live at least one hit, and then go for the Toxic Toss, and then try and do as much, and try and just maybe potentially live if he misses his third Fire Blast on me. But he hits it 2 for 3 with Fire Blast. That's fine. I go into my Gate Weavile and go for the Ice Punch. I don't understand why he stayed in. Maybe he was predicting me for him to go into the Blastoise, because, like I said, it's the living counter to this Weavile set. Now, he brings his Blastoise once again back up at full HP. This is the biggest mistake that I made in this battle by going for the taunt. I'm thinking, okay, it's fine. We're gonna have a little stall war between me and the having the versing the Blastoise with my Swampert. Now I go into my Blastoise thinking, or not my Blastoise, my Swampert. Go for the Toxic, trying to do as much damage as I can, or trying to get the residual damage. I miss, and I was like, okay, Kajondo, you're a pain in my ass right now. Decides to go for the high jump kick, and I was like, come on, live, yes! 3 HP! Now, I'm in torrent range, go for the Scald, not able to kill, which is unfortunate. If I did get the burn, it wouldn't really have mattered, because I do have my Choice Scarf Azelf. He decides to go for the Hidden Power. I'm gonna guess it's Hidden Power Ice, since it wasn't super effective. Now, I bring in my Azelf once again. I have to go for that Thunderbolt to try and take down this Blastoise, take out the Kajondo, and then he brings in his Blastoise. I'm thinking, okay, I got this. It's game over, man. Good game. But I go for the Thunderbolt, and looking at that damage, he's running a specially defensive Blastoise. And I'm like, oh my god, this is not good. I get the full paralysis. I was like, yes, come on. But I get burned. I was like, oh no. Min-Max, please don't screw me over. Please don't screw me over. I go for the Thunderbolt, and I am not able to kill. He lives with 11 HP, and I lose this match. If I went for the Ice Punch instead of going for the taunt, I would have been able to take out the Blastoise. Hindsight's only 20/20. Didn't really know what was going to happen in the future. Didn't know how much the Ice Punch was going to do. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this match. Please check out all the links down below. Check out iSmashBro's channel. Check out my link in the description. Subscribe to the Global Trainer Syndicate channel if you have not. Check out the Global Trainer Syndicate Zat. It is a place to hang out, find battles, chat with friends, make new friends, and really to hang out since the Smogon Wi-Fi Battle Finder in Smogon has been hacked and is down, and there's no other place to find battles there, at least with good players. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please check out all the links down below. Comment, like, subscribe, and peace out, Global Trainer Syndicate.